literally, he has the power as well. Hey, Giorgio. So, how's everybody doing? How's Thursday been treating you so far?
Is it Thursday?
Yeah. Has it been great so far?
Losing track of the days, man. They're all blurring together into one.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, I woke up to a lot of pings from everywhere.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, people thought
Normal stuff.
Normal stuff.
Normal stuff, I guess. Pretty normal. Yeah. Christian, when cheeseburger?
Montisburg is still on path to become the greatest city ever formed in gaming. We do look up to the holy trinity of beef, bread, and cheese. When you ask, this is more a question of like, on a higher level, it is already part of us all.
It already exists.
Yeah, I love cheese. I'm gonna have cheeseburger for lunch then.
I will be sharing more and more tips on the Montisburg channel in the coming weeks.
So make sure you have the Montybergs role to have access to that channel.
That are the true chosen.
Yeah, only the chosen can. The chosen of the chosen. So I guess we can start, or we want to give like 2 more minutes. What do you think? To start right on sharp on the clock.
Up to you, man. Dealer's choice.
Yeah, I think we can start because it's being recorded as well. So if anyone misses it, we can just review it from the beginning. So thanks everyone for joining us, and hello. This is going to be our end of year town hall, which we've been looking forward to having with you. And yes, Death Robot, it is being recorded, and I'm not recording it, so don't worry, it is already being recorded by someone else. Yep. Hope you're all doing well.
You made sure that it's being recorded.
Yeah. Last time we were recording something, and suddenly my OBS died suddenly in the middle of the chat. So yeah, I'm not taking that responsibility anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I hope you're all doing well and getting ready for the holidays and preparing to start a very strong 2025. It's been quite some time since we had a meeting like this, an event like this. So it's nice to have you all here with us. And yeah, let's go. We hope you enjoyed the teaser that we shared in the announcement channel. So if you haven't already watched it, I really suggest you go there and click on it and watch it, and make sure you're wearing headphones because the sound is just, to be honest, is great. It was very nice. Yeah, cool. So as always, if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts you want to share with us, you can either use the comment section or go to the announcement page and click on the thread, the question thread, and share your questions there. We may not be able to answer all of them, but we'll definitely answer them the moment we can. Okay, without further ado, let's start with some introductions. So, David G, would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. My name is David Grasha. I'm Slackerton on Discord, and I am the design and production manager at Directive Games.
Thanks, David. And sure. Didi, what about you?
So I'm David Delsore. I'm the other David of the team. I am system designer on Civitas, and yeah, that's about it.
Great, thanks, David. And Christian, aka Monty.
Yeah, I'm Christian, mayor of Montisburg. Head of marketing here at Directive Games.
Yeah, you're the boss. Giorgio.
Hey everyone, Giorgio, aka Error404. Some of you might remember me as the former community lead here at Civitas, now marketing producer for Directive in general. And it's good to be here and bring back Civitas into the horizon.
Great. Thanks, Giorgio. So everyone, make sure you behave. Giorgio is here with all the powers. And I'm Arash. I'll be around. I'm always everywhere. You can find me everywhere. I'm a community manager and also a partnership manager. So, yeah, you'll be hearing from us quite a lot. Okay, thank you everyone for introducing yourselves, and let's dive right into the questions. The first question is the most general one. Can you provide a general summary of what's been happening in Civitas? It would be really great if you could address the work that has been going on last year and give us any update on future plans for the game.
Well, sure, I'll dive in. We've been working really hard on this stuff. So over the course of the last year, we saw a real opportunity to elevate Civitas as a game and make it shine. So we took it. Our internal playtests highlighted where we could push some boundaries and innovate. And innovation is, well, it's just part of our DNA here at Directive. So we recognized these opportunities when we saw them and we pounced. We've taken the time to evolve the tone of the game as well as the artistic direction. Our initial aesthetic, it was breathtaking for stills, but it still left some room for us to grow in the 3D space. So we took some time to embrace some new technologies to ensure that our visual fidelity matches the richness of the Civitas universe. Um, our ambition is always to provide a 4X MMO with Civitas, but we still needed to embrace the fourth X. And for those of you familiar with the genre, right, 4X strategy games, each X has a meaning, right? So it's explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. Now, those first three we hammered in pretty early, but that fourth X is really about the conflict within the game world. Our initial design was something more peaceful and more cozy, but conflict is at the heart of every great story. So we've updated our direction to infuse the game with more visceral and emotional impact. It just makes things a lot more engaging. And we've done this by a lot of self-analysis, a lot of looking at the work that we've been doing, but we've also been paying very close attention to the landscape of 4X games and city builders, and we've refactored our approach to ensure a modern game experience. So no grids, no roads with right angles, something that's organic. And we've taken a procedural approach to the construction of the game world with a modular approach to asset generation. And this is important because we've got some real tech art wizards at Directive, and leveraging our tech art prowess, it gives us a lot more flexibility and speed when fleshing out the world with content. Civitas is a huge game. It is full of content, so being smart about our art production pipelines maximizes the capabilities of the team and our chances for success. And the next step in our plan is to bring this to players.
That's great, to be honest. So yeah, guys, a lot is coming. Just be sure you're ready and make sure your notifications are on. Cool. What about the airdrop that was promised to the chosen holders in 2024? Can you provide us with an update?
Sure. A city airdrop requires a TGE, and that won't be happening this year as initially planned. But this is a deliberate and a strategic decision. But we do have something else cooking, which I'll get into in a little bit.
Oh, can't wait for that one. So, what about the chosen holder playtest that was scheduled for 2024? Will that still be happening?
Yes, the playtests will still be happening in early 2025. Chosen holders will still be the first to have access to a playable, but we plan to open it up to a larger audience at some point thereafter. Our plan for 2025 is to run playtests regularly throughout the year. Each time we add a significant new feature or additional content, we want to get people in there playtesting it. And we want to be able to, check it out, see what they gravitate to, see what they're enjoying, see what they're hammering on, see this kind of stuff maybe that they're not engaging with as much. So these playtests throughout the next year will be critical in our path to success. I should also mention that each playtest is going to be accompanied by some P2E mechanics to reward the community for their time and investment and participation.
Nice. So again, I reiterate, guys, make sure your notifications are on because things are about to go down. That's gonna be fun. So, what is coming up next for Civitas?
Well, I guess the next thing are chosen holder playtests. Although the first thing that you'll see is an expanded version of the Civitas website. So I can share that now, just a little sneak peek.
Oh, we're getting
Well,
a leak. Get ready, guys.
let's see. Go ahead and go live. All right, so you'll notice new key art, and there's a lot of the landing page stuff has been adapted to kind of reflect our new and enhanced direction. But one of the things that you'll see now is there's a login feature. I've already logged in, so you can see my name there. You'll be able to go to a dashboard which will have full of interesting features, right? This left side here is going to be fleshed out with all sorts of options, but this dashboard is going to be kind of a central page for the player to go to and interact with the game, both in client as well as just directly through the website. So this page will be fleshed out with a whole bunch of modules. All of those are currently in progress.
Yeah, and long term, there's a lot of things that happen through browser or externals. We always talked about we want users to be able to kind of access the stuff that they have on their land or potentially even markets or whatever when way further down the line. So we're making sure that the space that we have living outside of the client on the web is something that can grow with the game and into the directions that we needed to be able to uh, add these features when and if they come around. David, maybe keep the key art up there while we're
Okay.
chatting about some stuff.
Right. Um, I suppose I should probably mention something about the runes here. I'm sure that kind of stuck out. Did
Oh
everybody's like,
yeah.
what are
Oh
those?
yeah.
The runes are a real essential component of the operation of the game. So they interface with the client, a lot of engagement and P2E mechanics that will be realized during and even a bit before those playtests are going to utilize that feature. But the biggest goal I think for 2025, just to wrap this point up, is the public facing playtests. Like I said, we'll start with the chosen holder playtest first. We'll get our most dedicated community members in there to really test the game first, give them that early access. But then we want to, we need to be testing all these features at scale. So we want to open it up to a much larger audience, get people involved. Like I said, every time we're coming up with some new content, every time we've got some new mechanics that we want to test out, or maybe we just got a fun event that we want to run, we'll be running a playtest. So
Okay. So everyone get ready.
Yeah,
Starting
and
from Q1.
this is something that's really important to us. Like David mentioned, leading up to this, is that when we were during the last few months when we've been playtesting features and things, there's a lot of learnings that were put into getting to this point and being able to bring the features and what we kind of want to do is that we want to box um, a couple of features together and have them tested rigorously for probably a short period of time. Sometimes it could be a longer period of time, just to kind of put the ribbon on, okay, yes, this is the way we want it, or we're getting the community feedback and we want to iterate on this. So it's not a question of like completely redoing designs or that kind of stuff. It's just getting that small final community approval essentially, because one thing we can't forget in the whole making games is games are supposed to be fun, so we need to make sure they are. People are enjoying them.
Thanks, Christian. Cool. So the playtest is gonna. I mean, everything is gonna start happening in 2025, right?
Yeah, early
Starting there.
2025 is what
Early
we're
2025.
yeah.
Okay. Great. Thanks. But David, you just talked about runes. Okay, now that piqued my curiosity. Can you give us a little more detail on what they are and what they will be used for? Maybe you're hard muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
No.
I knew you were going to gravitate to this one, man. Sorry, I'm a little congested, so I had to cough there. I didn't want to cough in everybody's ear. But the runes. Runes are a test token, and they are designed primarily for experimentation and gameplay evaluation. So obviously, Civitas is a game in the economy. It runs on a token. So our official token generation event is going to happen in the future. So in the meantime, runes are going to do exactly what City does. It allows you to play the game. It's used in crafting. It's used in building construction. It's used in advanced item manufacturing. It allows you to participate in the P2E and engagement mechanics. There's going to be a bunch of utility for it, and you'll be able to acquire it in a bunch of different ways.
Nice. More details will come very soon about that. Cool. So you've spoken about what they are, and could you please give us some examples of, let's say, where they can be used or how people can actually get them?
Sure. We've got, we've got a number of acquisition methods. Like, it's important for us to have a variety of acquisition methods so that we can encourage the player to interface with the game ecosystem in a variety of ways. So you'll be able to get them by engaging with the website. You saw some features there in my quick little my quick little dashboard preview. But you'll also be able to get them by completing quests. There's lots of in-game acquisition methods as well. A big one that is probably going to be of particular interest to folks here is that you will be able to get them by owning and by holding chosen. So we are always considering ways in which we can reward, our most dedicated community members. So yes, as always, chosen holders, particularly founders chosen holders, can expect a little extra sauce, a little extra appreciation. And so you'll be able to get the runes all sorts of places, but the folks that own and hold chosen will always have a little bit extra advantage.
Nice. Is that going to be hot sauce or like normal sauce?
Yeah, it's just mustard, man. It's just mustard.
Cool. Okay, another interesting question. Does this mean oh, sorry, before I get to that, I just skipped one question, literally. Okay. So that sounds exciting for sure. But the community has some questions about the existing mechanics and system, the fragments in particular. Could you please speak a bit more about the decision to pause fragment airdrop?
Sure. I know this is an important question to all the folks here. The costs required to support fragments on L1, they're only growing larger. So we have paused the fragment airdrops while we pursue more cost-effective solutions for fragment and chosen holders.
Oh,
Yeah.
Um, mhm.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No,
So, David.
I think you covered it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Yeah, so for everyone's notice that the snapshots are still taken every month at the same time. So that's aside. We're not airdropping it. So don't worry. We'll just update you when we have more news around that. But David, does this mean a move of fragments to L2 maybe?
Yes, that's exactly what this means. We are working through a pipeline right now that will allow players to move their fragments to L2 without paying those exorbitant gas fees. This is something we've been looking at for a while. It's deeply important to us, and we know that especially some of you folks with a lot of chosen out there have thousands of these little guys. So the plan that we've got, it involves taking a snapshot, like what we've already been doing, and just recreating everything that you own on L2. So no gas fees required.
Yeah, we'll
That'd
make
be great.
we'll make announcements on specifics moving down the line. And one of those things will be, the announcement of which L2 we are moving to. But when it comes to the fragments and the crystals and those things, they all play such a big part, and they are going to be used in a way where it's you know it interacts with so many different game mechanics essentially that we needed to be really, really strong and fast when it comes to everything on the technical side. So we've been looking very hard at where to take the game when it comes to the layer two, because we need a lot of technical. We need speed, and we need a lot of technical and cost-effective solutions. So yeah, we will. That will be a separate announcement, but it will be very. It's one of the first ones to come up in the next weeks. There will be a very regular cadence you're hearing from us moving into 2025.
Yeah, we're starting 2025 literally strong. So let's do it. So my next question would be about the tokenomics or the white paper. So David, are we gonna expect any updates on that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in the process of refreshing the white paper right now to reflect the evolution of our vision, of our strategy. While the original plan is still very much intact, this updated version will reflect our refined approach. And the updated white paper will include a tokenomics update.
That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be nice to read. So thanks, David. So these were the questions, the major updates that we wanted to bring to you. But now there are some community questions that people have asked, and I'll be asking a few of them that we could answer. So let's start with the first one, which is actually a marketing question. How does Civitas plan to engage with different guilds like YGG, Lizard Labs, or etc.?
Well, number one, we've grown quite a bit in the space. And when I mean grown, we've also grown up a bit. So we've during that time met a lot of great people. The couple that you mentioned there, I personally am part of, for example, the Lizards, and there's a lot of great guilds, communities, and other projects that we see very, very, a lot of benefits with both sides to work with. Um, when it comes to, how are we going to work with them, that's something that I'd rather announce on a case by case basis. But I can tell you that we are very close with most of the, if not almost all of the big communities, guilds, projects when it comes to this space. And our reputation is in such a way that we just want to work with strong partners, and we do that, with fun activations, and now with gameplay coming around with the runes and the L2 once that happens. That gives us all the flexibility we want to basically create any form of it. So yeah, expect it. Another thing that's also maybe changed quite a lot now during the last few months is that most of those projects now have some, and when I'm talking about projects, I'm talking about guilds like the Lizards and YGG and more. They have on-chain activity. They have some form of if a token or a system or something like that that allows us to tap into it in a much stronger way that their communities enjoy. So as an onboarding tool, for sure, we'll be using that and also just to create fun stuff.
Thanks, Christian. Hope it answered your questions, guys. So we before I ask the next question, Hellier is asking, since City can be acquired from gameplay, does the team feel confident they can prevent bots from farming City?
Yes, this is critical to the viability of the economy, and it's something that we've learned a lot about and something that we are always considering. So I don't have any doubt about our ability to prevent bots from farming. It's something that we take into consideration with every step of the process. So,
And I think we can confidently say that everybody here knows that Directive has uh, more projects, and what we did, one of the things that we finished recently was a big play to airdrop, and that's probably the lowest ratio of bots you will find anywhere. So yeah, we've started to learn their behavior. Let's put it that way.
yes, it's like by jumping right into the deep end of the pool.
At us with a banger. We see bots, we deliver the boot. I'm gonna get that
Yeah.
tattooed on you one day, Arash. That's
Really?
your quote of a lifetime.
Yeah,
I hope you didn't steal it somewhere.
See the bots deliver the
I've
boot.
I've definitely booted bots like thousands, maybe even millions of bots. Like Discord, of course.
Yeah, you are
It's
going to
mostly
be
on
in
Discord.
trouble when the AI overlords take over, dude. They are coming down with a vengeance.
Yeah, I hope I will be prepared for that. So, next question is still a game design question. So, game content or design wise, has the team changed any gameplay plan or design based on the current similar games available on the market and see anything new worth introducing or borrowing besides what's already planned for this game?
I mean, it's a good question. I want to start by saying that there is nothing like Civitas on the market, and that there are games that have a lot of, similar features. The stuff that we're looking to do in terms of collaboration and multiplayer is, I think, is innovative on the next level. However, there are there have been some real significant games over the last year and a lot of progress in the 4X and city builder genres and we're always looking at everything. So Manor Lords, big inspiration. Cities, Skylines 2 or Frostpunk, even the pre-release footage from Civ 7. I mean, we're always keeping an eye on this stuff. Even cozy games like Tiny Glade. Like, there's always things to be gleaned from projects like this and elegant solutions to complex problems that we can draw a lot of inspiration from as game developers, keeping our finger on the pulse of the industry and activity in relevant genres in particular is really essential. So yeah, we wouldn't be doing our job effectively if we fail to keep an eye on the landscape of the genre. But having said that, there are lots of things that we are doing again at the multiplayer and the collaborative level that nobody has done before, and that's stuff that we're really putting a lot of energy into innovating with. So yeah, we always draw inspiration, and we always keep an eye on the state of products that would be deemed competitive.
Nice. I like the first sentence. I said there's nothing like Civitas. No
That's
gameplay.
right, man. There's nothing like Civitas.
Yeah, that was a nice sentence. Okay, so next question. Based on the release of TMA, anything we learned from it that could possibly help us improve Civitas?
Wow. I mean, tons, heaps. There was so much. Uh, and it's hard to explain how important an experience like, the company shipping a game like TMA is to just our knowledge base. A lot of, well, I think a number of the folks on our team come from Web 2. But now we've all had the experience of seeing this process up close, of shipping a Web3 game and seeing how the community reacts to things, seeing how players react to things. And that insight is invaluable and something that, informs a lot of decisions. I mean, obviously they're very different games. And I think that is not just but also the people that are drawn to the game. And so the audiences are different. We can't just say, oh, did this and apply it to this game, but we can make very informed lessons that we learned during that development process. The different mechanics that we layered on top of it, all of these things, they're very educational. I mean, to speak to your earlier point about bots, I had no idea the extent to which some people would go in order to game the system, and it is that extra layer of incentive that motivates some folks to do that. And so, all of these experiences just tremendously valuable, and they really put us in an excellent position to act with clarity and focus and direction in the decisions that we make for Civitas, for the project, for the team, and most importantly, for the community.
Great. Thanks, David. And for everyone, this is just the beginning of the town halls. So we're going to have way more town halls like scheduled for 2025. And we'll just start shipping them one after another to give you a lot more updates, like with a lot more leaks and stuff. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. And my next question is, based on the current gaming market and the game design, does the team still think Civitas is going to be as successful as you originally thought? And if so, what are the challenges and obstacles?
Still ass? Wow, the market's grown so much. The player base has grown so much. The experience that we've now got is so much more. Um, there is everything lined up to make this so much bigger, not just that. So yeah, I just had to throw that in there. We've taken so much on board during this time, and we've knocked our heads on a lot of walls and ceilings and all those things on the way. But that's part of growing. So Civitas is benefiting hugely from that. Um, and the player base, it grows every day. The player base in Web3. So yeah, it's the stage is set to make this even better.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, our hopes, our aspirations for Civitas have only grown over the last year. The things that we've learned, the things that we've found a path through, the things that we're developing right now, we could not be more excited to share this, and we are ready to do so. And like I said, it's early next year, and you're going to start seeing this stuff, and it's going to be all of 2025. And we've got a plan that is just, it's exciting to the team, and we're so excited to share like the output of this work. And like Christian said, we stepped on a lot of rakes in the process, and the scope of our plans can be daunting. But I mean, we found like such elegant solutions to some of the most complicated problems that we spent a lot of time really digging into and looking at how we would answer this and how we would handle this. And this last year has just been transformative for the project. And so yeah, it's 2025 is going to be big. After a year of real focused effort combined with all the lessons that we learned over the last year as a company, I mean, we couldn't be more excited and optimistic about the quality of what we are developing and what we plan to deliver. Um,
You guys will see that in everything that we will share now coming up.
Yeah.
You just saw the new, for example, key art there, or cover art when David shared the website. Obviously, Civitas is a very art heavy game, visually beautiful. That's probably where our studio is it excels, just in gaming. And yeah, there's a lot of things coming. I'd actually love to see in the chat, because it's been quite active, um, what people are most excited to see. When it comes to leaks, I know that we're all excited to get into the game, and we have, others are all excited about the tokenomics side of things. So, when it comes to art, when it comes to those things, what I see Namai here throws in gameplay. Agreed. Um, that's obviously it, but maybe give me a little bit more specifics. So yeah, sorry.
When you see before and afters, just make sure you're sitting down. I can just tell you this much. That's going to be fun. Cool. Combat
Right.
mechanics. Interesting. Cool, cool. But wouldn't that be something? Okay, so my last question, which is actually not a question, would be like, please introduce a new, updated, and detailed roadmap. This was from one of the community members. Are we going to have that?
Understood. We absolutely will. We absolutely
Okay.
will. Yeah.
Yep. There you go. 2025 is going to be a big year.
Yeah. 2025 is going to be a great year. It's an exciting year to be part of this project, and yeah, and we're just so ready to share everything with the community, and looking forward to the reactions and seeing how players really get into it. So
Yeah,
exciting stuff.
one thing that we can also just say now is that we wanted to, have this pretty, you know, intimate or close talk here on these things. Because what happens now moving forward is that we go into marching mode, where we start sharing and building up and marketing, and we need all of you with us. Um, you know, uh, Sharing the message, showing to our communities and our groups, all the content that we'll be delivering for you. You know, Starting just from now, essentially, with this morning's teaser. So yeah, now the march really starts, and this is where we really go all in. We start playtesting. We start getting people really interacting with the game and feeling their place in it, and that's going to be such an awesome journey.
It'll start with the website. Yeah, we'll roll that out. People will be able to sign up, create accounts. They'll start logging in, and then once that's ready to go, the next step in that plan is is get those chosen playtests ready to go. So you can expect that early next year.
Looking forward to it. Is there any last thoughts, last comments you want to guys share with the community?
Ouch! I just smacked my elbow on the heater.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
that-
Thanks for sharing that with us, David. That's
Now
exactly what
I'm
the
hurting.
Hear that dong?
I'm hurting right now, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Thinking
my
about
arm is buzzing.
it.
So yeah, no, from my, I'm just really happy to see a lot of the faces that we've known for such a while here in Civitas. It's the community is something that's, I've said it from day one, and even though we've been now in this development mode and kind of huddled in building building a game and doing our thing here, I'm really happy that we can now start opening up and just delivering this stuff to you. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait.
Yep. So that's all for now, folks. Remember that we will definitely hold town halls regularly from now to keep you updated through hosting live events. So make sure your notifications are on, especially on the announcement channel. And for those who couldn't make it to this event, it's been recorded and we'll share it with you the moment it's ready. And yeah. If anyone have any questions, you can always ping me on Discord. Always, literally. I'll be there for you. And I personally, and from the team also, wish you a great 2024 and wish you a very nice Christmas and holidays. And I hope you spend your time nicely.
Thanks, everyone. Really appreciate you showing up today. I have the opportunity to speak to you about this stuff.
Yeah, thanks everybody, and thanks Arash for hosting this for us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank
Arash.
you.
Appreciate it,
It was
man.
my pleasure.
Happy holidays,
My
everyone.
pleasure. Take care, everyone.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Cheers. Bye.